The world is in a grip of an epidemic. Currently, the most talked about subject is the lower motor neuron system. This system affects 7.125 billion people in the world. In my 5 minutes of reporting, I have never experienced anything like this before. Today's episode is specifically for your information about LMN. Now we go live with Lorna, who is currently in the field.
Welcome to this week's episode of LMN Inc. I'm Lorna Wallman reporting. Today, I will be interviewing two females who have been active users of LMN for years. Their identities will be hidden for their safety. I will now be entering a secured facility housing these individuals because stopping the use of LMN could detrimentally affect their lives. Thank you. So, how long have both of you been on LMN?
I'd say right about 22 years.
I'd say definitely a good 23 years. Can you explain to my viewers what LMN really is and what it does?
LMN just makes you move. I mean, I can just feel it working in my brainstem and into my spinal cord, and just helps me move.
What's the main purpose of LMN?
Well, there's two different types of element, and one type is the alpha motor neurons, which affect my extrafusal muscles, which I like because it really helps me get moving and going. And then it also has another type called the gamma motor neuron, which only affects the intrafusal muscles. And I'm not the biggest fan of it, but it still helps me move, and I still use it when I need to.
Have you ever stopped? Has it ever crossed your mind that you need to stop using LMN?
Well, I've thought about it, but I just want to move, man. I mean, I just think if I couldn't move, I don't know. If I stopped it, I couldn't be able to move, and that's what I want to do.
LMN begins in the brainstem and the spinal cord. It travels down to the muscle using the alpha and gamma motor neurons, resulting in movement.
Do you think you would ever see side effects if you altered the use of your LMN?
Well, this one time I did alter the use of my LMN, and it was not so good. I lost all my reflexes. I felt like my muscles were weak, like I had muscle atrophy. I felt like I was paralyzed. I had complete paralysis. And I also experienced this twitching in my muscles. One of our friends told me it was fibrillations or something like that. All I know is I never want to alter my LMN use ever again.
So, I just hear from other people, and I heard it's on the streets, but it affects your motor system, or your nervous system. How does LMN affect your nervous system?
Well, I think it probably could affect all of my motor tracts going to my muscles, which I think would affect all of my movements. I don't know, like my peripheral nerves or my nerves stemming from my spinal cord. I just think it would affect all my body movements.
Well, there you have it. Real life stories of the use of LMN. Thank you for tuning in. This is Lorna Wallman reporting with LMN in Bismarck, North Dakota.
LMN can be altered in many different ways, such as trauma, infectious diseases, degenerative diseases, vascular diseases, and tumors. Signs that an LMN alteration has happened are loss of reflexes to the muscles, atrophy, flaccid paralysis such as hypotonicity, and fibrillations.
As you can see, these two ladies will never be able to be free of LMN. It makes them move, they say. It makes them feel good. It makes their muscles work. And when they go off it, they say their muscles atrophy, they get weak, even paralysis. Well, thank you, America, for tuning in on this week's episode of LMN Inc.